Hello TPG Tech Squad and welcome back to another video. And today we will be formatting in Windows 10 today with two different methods. One is going to be using the command prompt disk part and the other is going to be using disk management. And before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, make sure to comment and subscribe. It really does help out the channel and it helps to expand the content and improve the videos. And let's get cracking right into the topic today. So here I've got disk part already open, but I'll show you how to get to it. First off, to get to disk part, all you want to do is open up the run utility, which is opened by just holding the Windows key and R at the same time. That will open up the run utility, and all you have to do is type in disk part. It is an executable program that's already available in System32, so it can run straight from run. And there we go. So the benefit of using disk part is that it's extremely useful to be able to format and check disks or use command prompt in general. And this is one of the most important utilities that you can use when you are trying to recover disks that you can't really open up. But in today's video, I'll just be showing you how to use the formatting function, as we did cover the key features of formatting in my previous video. So check that video out. And let's go ahead and start up. So we want to just check out the functions here. We want to open up a disk, so we will be pressing list and disk. That will display our disks that are available, and we want to select our USB. In this particular view, we do not get to see the labels. In order to actually see labels, you want to do list volume. And it just shows the labels and such, and we want to select volume 5 because that is the Windows 10 upgrade, my USB, and it shows the file system, the partition, and the status of the drive, kind of rudimentary status of the drive. So we will be selecting volume 5 here, or disk 3. So select disk 3. And we have disk 3 selected. All right, next what we want to do is we have two options. We can just format it straight up, or we can clean out the disk. So clean, I'll just scroll back up to an explanation of what it does. It just clears the configuration information, all the information off of the disk. And it's good to do that before we format, and it's fairly quick, and it's successful. You can see that it's completely clear. And when we do list disk again, we do see that it's there, but it is as like a star for that we selected it. But let's take a look at volume instead. And there we go. It's volume 5. It has a size of 0 right now. It is unusable and it's removable. It just says that it's unusable because it's unallocated and it doesn't have a file system partition or anything like that. Like I discussed in the previous video, it does have the drive letters still attached to it, so it can be opened by the operating system. So what we're going to do is we want to format it and put a file system and a partition on it. First off, we have to create a partition before we can format. So we want to create partition, primary partition. We do have different options here that are available to us when we just create partition like this. So it gives us different options. We can create an EFI partition, extended partition, logical partitions, MSR partition, or primary partition. We will just be creating a primary partition for this particular instance. So we will do that. Partition, primary. There we go. We created the primary partition, so we can list again. And there we go. You can see that it's listed as just raw information, and it says that it's healthy and it can read it now. So what we want to do now is format this partition. All right. Now we have it available to us. So here are all the options for format. It has a bunch of different attributes that actually do help it out quite a bit. And we have all these options. What we'll be using is a pretty straightforward approach. We will be assigning a label to it, and we will be using quick, which will perform a quick format so we don't waste like 30 minutes. And we also want to, just do this. So this will be the the way that we'll be using it. So since this is an external USB, like I said before, we're just going to be using FAT32. It is supported by Windows. Any file system that is supported by Windows is going to be available for this part. You won't have access to formatting with like ext4 or any of the other more obscure partitions in this, of course. So we'll go ahead and format because we do have their disk selected. We'll do file system equals FAT32. You can leave it in lowercase as well. Quick. And we'll be assigning a label to it. Label will be, we're just going to call it DBG drive. So it should go relatively quick. There you go. And it's got the drive label here in all caps. And we have it formatted to FAT32. We can check the properties. And we have FAT32 file system for it. And it's good to go. So we got this part, a very basic format with disk part. Disk part has a bunch of features if you are more savvy with it and you are willing to take the time to learn exactly how to use it. And we'll be moving on to disk management. So in order to open up disk management, all you want to do is use the shortcut Windows key X, hold that at the same time, and we'll have to open up disk management here. Here, it's a lot more user-friendly than disk part, but it basically performs the same. And as we can see here, we can see all of our connected drives. And here's the TPG drive that I just completed right here. And it is available as its volume right here. What we're going to be doing is doing the same thing. We're going to format and put FAT32 file system on this. So what we want to do is, well, first off, we want to delete this volume first off. Erase all data. There you go. So it completed it rather fast. It's going to be listed as unallocated space. We will be creating a new simple volume. It's going to open up the wizard for it. We're just going to leave it as is. And we're going to assign a letter to it. And we can choose how it's going to be formatted with the file system. Or we can choose do not format it at this time, and we can format it later. So what we'll be doing is just formatting it all at once. And we can choose which one. Since this is a USB, we'll be using FAT32. And we can assign these. We're just going to name it the same thing. TPG drive. And it's going to perform a quick format like we did in this part. And there we go. It should run. And there we go. It is completed. So it's got the primary partition up and running, just like this part. And it was rather fast as well. So there you go. Here are the two methods side by side. We have disk management and disk part. And that's all I got for you guys today. If you have any questions about this particular comment, just let me know by commenting or getting in touch with me on any of my social media platforms that's available. And I'll catch you around. Peace out. Hey, glad to see you made it to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. TPG out.